Yeah. And then, but then, and that was so funny because then in the reunion, the two people who I was like the most kind of not loving, I was sitting next to. And I thought, well, ain't that a bitch? But I really had, I was like so downtrodden and beat after losing my nephew, 6 weeks prior. I really couldn't give a shit what was going on. I was whatever, say whatever y'all want. I don't care.
You're like, why am I even here? But yeah, so I guess, so Chris Cullen said that Vanderpump, the narrative wasn't going how she wanted, and therefore she leaked Puppygate to the press.
That's what I read. I didn't see that in the book, but don't think I'm not gonna go look for that now.
And it's all because, right, I guess because it wasn't. So I mean, that is, now I have to say, I don't know if you've seen like Kyle and Rinna and Dorit less, but Kyle and Rinna are having a field day on social media.
I'm sure. Of course.
And the blogs are having a field day. Like, you're all vindicated is one of the titles of like, you were all right. I mean, Rinna is really tripling. Rinna is like in her glory. I don't even think Rinna cares about the reunion anymore. She's just like, I was right. Let's just put this up again. Like, well, I mean,
the last time you and I talked, we were so 100% set that Vanderpump was coming back. And now, heck no, I can't see it with this. I mean, this will have to die down for 2 years.
It's funny because I don't think she would have come back for a year or two anyway. I think it was like 2 years out. I still think.
Well, this is, I mean, now she has something to really, if you think that this isn't, and this is the stuff that I think really, really bothers her. She hates to be like called out on the carpet. And I said to you earlier, I'm shocked that Chris Cullen would do that. I said, is he trying to sabotage LVP's return? My God.
Did he not? Is he high up, like a high up producer? And like, yeah. He is?
Yeah. When I met with them for the show, he was the guy that interviewed me. And when he doesn't, yeah, he runs everything for the most, or at least when I was there. I don't know now. I have no idea now, but I think so still.
I don't know. Wonder, I mean, well, listen, I'm sure she's not easy to work with, right? I mean,
who, Vanderpump?
Yeah.
I felt like the crew really liked her a lot.
Really?
But I also feel like it's one of those things, and this is just my opinion, Lindsay Cronin. I feel like it is, it's kind of like, she was there from the beginning. She kind of climbed up through the ranks as like an audience favorite, and she earned her place. And she did try to kind of produce and control things. And yeah, she did. But in a lot of ways, she delivered, so they kind of took it. But I think it was getting to the point where maybe some of the things she was trying to control, the narrative she was trying to control, and it always be in her favor, maybe they were having enough of that. I don't know.
That's the whole thing. Because like, is it so bad? Because people on New York are accused of this, on the New York Housewives, certain people, like, is it so bad? I mean, like, if you're being, I guess, I don't know, like if you're being inauthentic, it's bad. But if you're just trying to like move things along for the audience, is that bad? I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking of this out loud.
Well, I guess the thing is, right. And if you're trying to like really bring something great to the show and everyone loves you and everything, but I think that if you're always trying to put yourself in a great light and use your castmates as pawns, then I think maybe the castmates get tired of it, and maybe the producers feel like, because I do feel like they kind of always felt like, okay, one season, like this season, you're going to get beat up. And the next season, we're going to make you look great. And she'll take the heat. And then, it's kind of like, it moves around.
They love that.
Yeah. I think that's all controlled and formulated. That's not a coincidence unless someone really, really does something stupid.
I 100% agree. That's why it's like, I truly feel like, I've said this about Dorinda from New York. Like, I feel that when they look at it at the beginning of the season and they're like, okay, we haven't had a cast change in however, like if you think about it, Beverly Hills has corrected itself, much like New York Housewives, somebody always leaves. Like you could argue Lisa didn't go to the reunion, so maybe she would have, was she fired? It doesn't matter. Somebody left every season that they haven't had to let somebody go in a very long time. People were leaving on their own for real. So it's like, and in Beverly Hills, like Lisa left technically. And then I'm trying to think, right. Like Denise left on her own 100%. So that's what I mean. Like you can go like 2 or 3 seasons without a cast change, but then you have to change it. And like in Beverly Hills, it's self-corrected because Lisa left, Denise left. So that's 2 years right there that they never had to think about who's going to go. Okay, well, Denise, they didn't want Denise to go, but once that was non-repairable, they're like, we don't need to let anyone else go. Same thing with Lisa. It was changed enough. I just think like after next season, like with this season coming up, I think it's going to be like you said, they will decide before the season who really, like, let's do process of elimination. And then it's like, we are now setting this person up so that when they go and we get rid of them, the audience will be just fine.
Get rid of them.
They'll be just fine. Like it'll be time. I agree with you. And I really believe that. I mean, a lot of people come on and they're just boring and they're not a good fit and they're there for like 1 season or 2 seasons and the audience doesn't need to do anything. Why are you raising your hand, Kathryn?
That was me.
Okay. I was not referring to you. I was thinking of some other people from Beverly Hills, but the point.
But you know what? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I think that most women, if they wanted to stand, if I would have like gone crazy after Faye Resnick and, done all these things that they wanted me to do, I probably could have had another season. Right. But to me, it's like, what do you really want that? I just didn't feel like the price to pay for it all was worth it. I would rather go and walk away with my dignity than, when I go to the shopping mall, feel like everyone's like, talking as soon as I pass, like there's that nut job.
Well, okay. I have so much to say about that. First of all, I mean, most people I talk to the first season are given like no guidance. They're just like, welcome. And so like my question to you is, because a lot of people, most people don't know what to do, but a lot do. But I think most people that don't do well their first season, they really don't know what to do and nobody is going to help them. That's where the show is authentic from most people, but we'll talk about you because you might have had a different situation because of Faye. But like most people in their first season, there is no breaking, there is no producer saying, listen, get in there, do that. They're literally just like, you will, and certainly your castmates, because it's like Game of Thrones, are not helping you. So I've talked to so many 1 season wonders where they will literally say to someone like, what am I supposed to do? And they'll be like, just walk away.
There was another producer when I was on that was saying, she's talking smack in all of her confessionals. You need to get her. This is what's going on. And don't tell the other producer that I told you this because I'll get fired. There was someone that was doing that in our season.